worldwide. Every weight class. It's Lewis Heaton. Whiskey Bynum. It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show, hosted by Abraham Gonzalez. You know what you came for? Yes, indeed. This where you come to get your info. Listen up. Other shows throwing the towel. It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show. Let's go. In the ring we throw hands, octagon elbows. Analytical, critical commentary is necessary. A bevy of opinions, we heavy on the winning. This podcast is to break down the pay-per-view. For boxing purists, you'll let this man through. We rise right, surprise sight at the prize fight. Hands taped up and gloves tied tight. Ring the bell, want some, get some. Let the chips pour where they may. Work the George Crumb.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Boxing Rush Hour Show, fights around the world, fightsatw.com. I have Chizzy, the champ, WBC, featherweight champion Bruce Shu-Shu Carrington, 17-0, 10 KOs.
Yes.
He's got a big fight on the 4th of July on America's 250th anniversary. He's fighting Rene Palacios, 19-0-1, 10 KOs. What's up, Shu-Shu?
Man, I'm cooling, working hard. Let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. All right, listen, how has life been for you in and out of the ring since winning the world title in January?
Man, it's been great. More people have noticed me in, the most random areas now. It's just really cool. That's kind of what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Just building my name, building my fan base, and becoming a household name. Been getting, that championship treatment when it comes to favors and, all that stuff. And it's pretty cool. I think that these are one of the things that I really worked hard for. And to be honest, I've been just crawling and scraping at these things for so long to where at times I don't know how to accept and appreciate those favors and those gifts and stuff like that. Because I'm just like, I'm working, I'm getting top of my shoulder. A gift is over here. And I'm just like, oh, well, thank you. Okay. And then back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's hard to grasp at moments. But then that's when my wife is just like, bro, take a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe in the fresh air. You did it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but so I've had my moments to where I'm able to appreciate it, but I still got so much work to do. So that grinding, you know what I'm saying? I'm back to keeping my head down, and I'll probably lift my head back up when I become undisputed world champ.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, there's no book on success in the shelf of a store. You don't buy it and know and can read about it. You just have to figure it out as it happens. You know what I mean? And that's the real shit right there. Do you feel like, though, that now that you're the champ, that the target is on your back? Whether that's, people calling you out or that different energy that you're getting from contenders that maybe want to be in your spot, right? And, you look at them now and they kind of give you a different type of energy, right? Because they want what's around your waist. Have you kind of felt that a little bit? Of
course. Like I've seen a few guys call me out and stuff like that, and it's not funny. It's very funny to me. I kind of laugh at it every time, but it's also something to where I'm like, dang, like that was me just a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't, this guy where I'm at now. So it's something that I can relate to, and I'm like, dang, like that's what I like. Like I like guys that dare to be great. I like guys that want to challenge themselves against a guy like me, and because I know what I bring to the table, and I know that they know what I bring to the table, but they feel confident enough to be able to get in the ring with me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna welcome all challenges.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, when Top Rank announced their new deal, you were on that stage along with some other fighters representing the future of the company.
Yeah.
What did that moment mean to you specifically?
Man, that was amazing. Yeah, I feel like, first of all, the collaboration with Top Rank and DAZN is, at this moment right now, the best move to be made. You know what I'm saying? We're finally having even more fighters under one banner in terms of being able to watch on one network, DAZN. You know what I'm saying? So that's great. You don't have to, who's fighting on ESPN, or who's fighting on DAZN, or who's fighting on Amazon Prime. Like it's more and more people are starting to fight on one network, and it just makes it easier for the casual fans to tune in. You know what I'm saying? So that one thing is great. Then we have TNT on top of that. That's kind of like, in the mix now. So that's amazing as well. It's great, you know what I mean? For me to be known as one of the guys to continue to carry the banner for Top Rank is honestly special. I feel valued. I feel like, okay, they see my talent and they're putting me up on a pedestal where I've worked so hard to be. And the only thing I need to do is continue to do my job and deliver.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was a couple things out there on social media. I saw you had the running with Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
did he end up gloving it up, or was he just talking?
Nah, man. Oh, man. Chad over there ducking, man. He's over there talking, man. Hey, but I will say though, nah, he got a little boxing foundation to him though, man.
Okay.
He's pretty dope. He's a real cool dude, man. He's been, following my career for some time. He's admitted to be a fan of my work some years ago, and I'm like, wow, I had no idea a guy like Chad Ochocinco was watching me already, like far before I became a champion. So I'm like, all right, that's real dope. That's real dope. I see my style of fighting and the person I am can make certain people like him gravitate towards watching me. So I'm really appreciative for that. And but yeah, he messing around too much, bro.
Yeah. No doubt. And did you I had seen that you posted that you were going to be at the Box Fan Expo in May.
Yeah,
Did you end up going?
yeah, of course, I
Okay, and
definitely.
that now, so how was that experience? Because that's like a real fan experience, and they got
Yeah,
to see you and touch you, and be in your presence. Like, how
yeah.
was that for you? Because that was probably a bigger moment this time around, being the champ than it might have been in a year or two before.
Yeah, man. I feel like, what's funny? I was not expecting the amount of attention that I got. When I walked through the door, the front entrance, it took me about 15, almost 20 minutes just to get through, like just to get in the actual arena where everyone was at. I'm just like, oh wow, because I'm just doing interviews and autographs and whatnot and pictures. And it was amazing. I think there was a lot of people's first time seeing me after first time period, but then also seeing me after I won a world title. It was amazing. So but then when I got in, just doing more interviews, meeting more kids, because they have a bunch of fights there at
Yep.
the expo too. So I was able to sit and watch like the young ones coming up, and it just reminded me when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And to where like I'm like, dang, I was there, and this event is lit. I wish they had an event like this when I was a kid. Like that's crazy. And then me meeting James Toney, bro. I ain't gonna. I watch James Toney so much. Like James Toney is one of the guys that I really studied so much. I think that he is underrated, like painfully underrated. Like he's so crafty. And when I was going to the line to just say hello to him and take a picture, at first they was coming to me like, oh, you gotta pay, da da da. So I thought, all right, that's fine, there's no problem paying. Then he saw me, he looked at me, he's like, no, let him come through. He ain't paying nothing. That's real champ. I was like, oh, he know me.
That's lights out.
James Tony knows who I am. So he
Yeah.
was talking about it. He was just giving me little pointers. And he's just like, yo, keep doing what you're doing, champion. You nice. You're just so crafty, you're explosive. And I'm just like, wow, hearing those words from him,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, bro, it was amazing for me. And then even talking to James Tony on the other end, not James Tony, Roy Jones.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
talking to Roy Jones on the other end of the expo, and me and Roy Jones, we're pretty familiar with each other now, but even he was so excited. Me hearing, praise from Roy Jones, especially as well too, is amazing. And he just showed me so much love, and it was just something that I can see myself going back to next year. Seriously, it
Yeah.
was amazing because I remember there was an interaction that I had. I'll never forget. A dude came up to me. He was like, "Yo, bro, I saw your post and you said you were coming to the expo." And then I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna come. He ain't gonna come. But he said he just came just because I said I was gonna come. And when I arrived, that really made him happy. So, I love to have that effect on people, man.
Yeah, yeah, and it's important. I think a lot of fighters don't realize that attending those things and supporting those events like that, what it means on a personal and just on a career note, right? People want to be able to see you. They paying to see you at fights and stuff, and if there's an opportunity to see you up close and maybe have a couple words with you, that's big for them.
Yeah.
You fighting on July 4th. Um, thoughts on fighting on such a significant day in the country, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
250th year anniversary for America, man, Independence Day. It's amazing. I mean, this is something that you know, I would say it's a little unusual. You don't really see too many fights like this happen on a holiday like this, but I feel like it's the perfect time, man. You know what I mean? Like, well, not even to like really. It's just such a big coincidence with July 4th, fireworks, TNT, fireworks, Shu-Shu show, fireworks. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all on brand,
yeah.
It's dope. It's dope. But to be able to fight on Independence Day, to fight on a network like the Zone and TNT, it's amazing. Yeah, it's something that's going to be real special for America. Uh, and for me to be born and raised in this country and to be able to show out for the fans and everybody that's going to tune in just because it's on this holiday is something that I think that certain level of attention is the things that I crave in order to fight the best of my ability. So I'm super looking forward to it.
For sure. Renee Palacios, tough guy. He squeezed
Mhm.
out a split decision against a guy that you had a draw with, Sagawa.
No, I didn't have a draw with him. I
Um,
beat him. Oh, yeah.
yeah, you beat. I'm sorry. Yeah, but he had a split decision. Like, two tough,
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
two tough fights, right? What does that fight look like when people tune in? You fighting Palacios. Both of you guys. There's, the little test is out there for both of y'all, but now you're facing each other. What does that look like?
Again, fireworks. I think that it's going to be a really a fan-friendly fight. Palacios, he's a shorter guy, so he's going to try to work his way in to get his punches in. And me, I like fighting in the inside too. So
Hmm.
there may be moments in there where it's going to be like, all right, who's going to back down first? You know what I'm saying? Like it's inevitable, bro.
Yeah,
It's just the mentality that I have and the confidence that I have. Like you guys have seen what I've done when I work in the inside. So I'm no stranger to it, and you guys are no stranger to it. But the only person that's a stranger to it is Renee's Palacios. Um, I think that it's really gonna come down to smarts, though. I mean, every fight it always comes down to the smarts, but the IQ is where it's gonna set the boys from the men, and you guys are gonna see why I'm world champion come July 4th.
yeah. And then the last question, message for the people, man. People that have been supporting you from the beginning, the people that are now on the Shoe York
Mhm.
team.
Mhm.
What do you want to tell them folks?
Man, just listen, man. Continue to tune in to my journey. Tune in July 4th on the Zone and TNT Sports. And do not miss the Shu-Shu show. Don't blink because you never know, baby. You know the story.
All right, champ. I appreciate your time and I look forward to speaking to you soon.
Knicks in four, baby. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Boxing Rush Hour Show, fightsatw.com, fights around the world. I have a special guest today, Delante Tiger Johnson, 17 and 0, 8 KOs, who's fighting on July 4th on a top rank DAZN TNT Sports card against Christopher Guerrero, 16 and 0, 9 KOs. Tiger, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, yeah.
Good, man. So we're gonna jump right into it. Your last fight was in November, where you scored a fourth round TKO as the main event on the Pro Box card.
Mhm.
That was your third fight in 2025. Now your first fight this year is in July. What's life been like for you the last 7 months since your last fight outside of the ring?
It's been great. I've been staying in the gym, working on things that I need to work on, just tweaking and tightening things up. Um, and pretty much we're just waiting for that announcement that, for our new streaming service, which is the Zone and TNT. So jump right into Cat, man. I was already ready to start Cat. I got back in the gym literally a month after my last fight.
Okay.
So I've been ready.
Now,
Just staying busy.
were there any things that you worked on in your personal life outside of the ring during that time?
Just doing stuff with the family, just supporting my family, you know, things of that nature. pretty much, yeah, that was pretty much it. Just, supporting my family.
Okay, and I saw that you were at WrestleMania this year, and
Oh
sheesh,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
you had some really good seats.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
How was that experience for you? Was that your first WrestleMania?
yeah. That was actually my first big wrestling event in general. I've been to wrestling. I've been to, was it Raw? I think it was Raw. I've been to one event that was in Houston like 2 years ago, I want to say. Um, but outside of that, that was my first big wrestling event, man. So I was geeked, man. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
It kind of made me like I feel like it was like I feel like I had a crazy experience, but it kind of made me like I wish it was like Stone Cold and like like that era, like Triple H, Shawn Mike, like you know what I mean? Like, I wish it was that era, man. Like The Rock, it made me wish it was that era, man.
No doubt.
But
And
I still had fun.
I was gonna say, did you look around and say, man, how did you feel that maybe fighting in front of a crowd that big?
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, man. I want to say they said, man, it was like 40,000 people there.
Nah, it was like 60.
60? See, that's crazy. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. All right. So as you were coming up, and getting in fights with Top Rank, things were moving fast.
Hmm.
In December 2023, you scored a split decision over Gmar Espinoza, right?
Yeah.
The reaction at that moment was maybe it was a little too much too soon for you, or, there was mixed reactions about it amongst the fans.
Mhm.
Did you feel like you needed that type of close decision to happen at that point in your life? And what did it do for you moving forward?
Uh, I feel like I didn't. I mean, if people actually like took the time to do their homework on my whole career and the type of opponents I've been having, I've been having some pretty solid opponents uh on the come up. So me getting that split decision with Espinoza, I got back in the gym that next week. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like as soon as I came home, I got some stuff to work on. You know what I mean? We got to tighten up. You know what I mean? Uh we can't have no performances like that again. So it didn't really do nothing but just motivate me more and get back in the gym. And you know what I'm saying? It's in the past now. You know what I'm saying? But now we to the next fight. You know what I'm saying? No point of dwelling on what's already done. You feel me?
Yeah, no,
We
no, for
learn
sure.
from it. We learn from it. Keep it moving.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then, you continue, staying busy, doing
Yeah.
your thing in November. And now to set you up for this big fight on the 4th of July in your hometown. Is preparing for this fight, does it feel any different being that, you're going to be at home on a big stage, on a significant holiday?
No, I feel like I'm gonna have a fun time, man. All my family and friends gonna be there fighting in the city. This is something the city been asking for for the longest, you know what I mean? So um I'm excited, man, to like just put on a show, man, represent. You know what I mean? Like that's all I ever wanted to do was, represent my city, and I get a chance to do that uh on a holiday, which is crazy, So it's gonna be an amazing night.
Yeah, and hopefully you've forwarded all those ticket requests to somebody else to handle.
Yeah, yeah, I'm turning my phone off that whole week.
All right. Listen, a lot of your social media accounts surrounded by boxing stuff, right? Can you give the fans a peek at who Delante is, right? What are some of the things that you want them to know about you?
Uh, I'm just someone that's just trying to you know, make it big in boxing, man, and feed my family. I want to do something big for Cleveland. One of my future goals is to have my own gym one day. Help kids stay out of trouble. I want to give back to my community one day. So uh, that's something that I after when it's all said and done, I want to do something great. and um, you know, really like make things happen outside of boxing. You know, just supporting my community and yeah, just being like just creating positivity. You know what I mean? So that's something that that I want to do.
That's what's up, man. I respect that a lot. You're now fighting an undefeated fighter, making his U.S. debut. Any expectations on the surface that you were anticipating from him?
He gonna, he gonna come to fight for sure. You know, he undefeated for a reason. You know, I know he a good fighter. You know, he definitely gonna come to fight. You know, he gonna have something to prove. And you know, uh, I mean, shit, I'm gonna be right there. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show that there's levels between us. You know what I mean? Levels ahead of him. You know, I'm a way better fighter. You know, and it's gonna be a crazy fight.
Yeah, and lastly, I mean, you kind of answered it, but I'm still gonna ask it. The fans that are gonna tune in on the Zone TNT and the ones that are gonna show up to the arena on that day, what should they expect from you in the fight overall?
Definitely an entertaining fight. You know, I'm gonna give the fans what they came to see. Uh, Definitely coming to represent. Um, man, and when they leave the arena, they're gonna be asking me to fight again.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. All right, and let's see if the Miz or Logan Paul show up to you.
Not the Miz. I forgot he's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's crazy though, because I think yeah, you got the Miz, you got Logan Paul.
I think there's one other one, but I don't know who
There's
it is.
somebody else. I think somebody else from Cleveland.
Yeah.
But hey, you never know who might show up, man. It's gonna be a crazy event.
All right, man. That's what's up. Well, listen, Tiger, I appreciate your time. I wish you the best of luck with this
Thank you.
fight and everything. All right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Boxing Rush Hour Show, fightsatw.com, fights around the world. I have a special guest today. He is CEO of Fighters First Management. You've seen him everywhere and nowhere. I'm just being sarcastic.
All right.
But here we have Adrian Clark. Adrian, so nice to see you again.
Oh,
Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I've been better, of course,
Yeah.
but it's all there. It's boxing, so
Yeah, so last night, Zuffa had the event. Your guy, Edwin De Los Santos, was fighting. Before we get into some of the stuff that happened that night, heading into fight night, how did Edwin look to you, and maybe any of the conversations you had with him before fight night?
before fight night, like before he stepped into the ring in the
Yeah,
locker room,
yeah, yeah.
was crazy. Elwin said because we were watching, and I think Taylor's a great referee. Thomas, excuse me. I think Thomas is a great referee, but Edwin made a comment he didn't want Thomas refereeing the fight. So we didn't know he was going to ref the fight. So when he walked in, like it was kind of like, oh. So Edwin already has reservations. I didn't know if he was being funny, but I'm pretty sure he was serious. But when I looked at Edwin, I was like, no, right? He was like, no, we good. Like it's all good. So we went along with it. So Edwin said something before, but we never thought that it was going to end up with something, controversial. But Edwin was in good spirits, man, just joking and getting warmed up and just getting loose. So we thought it was business as usual. I was aware. You think as a manager, you take into consideration, all right, man, it's been 3 years. He's had the one round in 3 years, but you know, when we talk about ring rust, I think it's more for the lights and the atmosphere and the magnitude of the situation. Elwin had great sparring, and he was accustomed to hitting and getting hit. So ring rust is it can be argued from a few different angles, but he was good, man. So it was um, nothing out of the ordinary when it came to before the fight.
Okay, and then when the fight started, like to me, it almost seemed like it was a mirror image of the first one when it started. Did that concern you at all when you seeing it from ringside?
No, like the first round, I like the exchanges, you know, and I feel like everyone was confident. He did get caught at the end of the first round, and I think that kind of changed some things. You know, being out of the ring that long, and then okay, now you get really cracked for the first time with some 8 ounce gloves on. You know, I think legs are probably a factor. I make no excuse, man. I think the first round could have went either way. I think everyone won the first round until Ryo landed that big shot that kind of set off at the end of the round. And then of course you go into the second round. I did notice a little bit, his legs didn't look the same. The confidence as far as the legs go, it didn't look the same. And then he got caught with the big shot that went into the other stuff.
Yeah, now,
So
yeah, I was gonna get into that. So, it was the right hook from Venezuela. He missed with the left, and he hit him with a right hook again. Now, De Los Santos went to one knee clearly,
yeah,
and then when he was down, Venezuela hit him with a left hook throat, to the throat area, which was right here.
mhm.
Um, when you saw that as it was happening, did you already kind of assume that it was a wrap, or did you think that he might have been able to get up from that?
I didn't see when he went down. Um, I have this thing as a manager. I already if my guy goes down, I usually stand up and I kind of just like walk because in a mindset of okay, I don't know if he's gonna get up or not. I didn't see the second shot until I saw the replay, and I was like, wait a minute, because when he got hit the first time, it was a hard shot, but Edwin wasn't out. Like usually when the guy's out, like that's why you see a guy that falls back on his leg and the leg bends because he's not cognizant enough to straighten the leg out. Edwin landed on one knee and then he put his arm down to break the fall. Like he wasn't out, he was hurt. But when I watched the replay, I was like, oh shit, there was another shot right after that. So at that point, that's where I kind of got into, all right, I need to talk to someone, like, and talk to the commission because we were told adamantly by Thomas in the locker room, you hit him after the bell, or you hit him after he's down. Like there's going to be a disqualification. He said, "This is the warning. I'm not going to give you a warning in the ring." So of course, after seeing it, it was like, damn, okay, now I got to get to work. But great shot by Ryo. You can't like the first shot was great. It was a great shot, and it did hurt Edwin. But to say that he was out, no, if he was out, Thomas is a great referee. He wouldn't have pointed down. He would have called the fight. He would have went to protect the fighter totally, and he didn't do that. He pointed down to like signal the knockdown, and then he went. He saw the second shot, and then he went to count. So, people make mistakes, but I don't understand how it's like looked at as we're complaining or crying. No, I'm not taking away from the shot that Ryan hit him with. It clearly hurt him, but we can't ignore that he was clearly hit when he was down. You know what I'm saying? We can't ignore that. That's a foul. That's either you get a point taken away, the fighter's given time to recover, or he's disqualified. But to just do nothing and count him out, come on now.
Yeah, and Thomas got a lot more experience than that to just like he didn't even I it didn't even feel like he acknowledged it either at
No.
all. Like, so that was a little disappointing. Then after the fight, though, like I guess after everything had happened and they went over the reviews and everything, Mike Coppinger came up on the set and said that he spoke to executive director Jeff Mullen and that they reviewed it from multiple angles and that it had no impact on the result of the fight. So,
That's what Jeff Mullins told me to my face when I went to check on Edwin at the doctor, and I went to the commissioner, and I'm like, yo, like I need to holler at somebody about this. I need the executive director. So they walked me back ringside, and I'm talking to Jeff Mullins, and I'm like, yo, that's a foul. Like that's a foul. Like usually there's a foul, something happens. It doesn't have to be an automatic DQ, but a point has to be taken, or you give the fighter time. You don't just count him out. And he was like, oh, well, we looked at it. He grazed him. The shot had nothing to do with the outcome of the fight. And I'm like, Mr. Mullins, yes, it did, because that shot that he hit him with possibly was the one that kept him down for the count. you have a great referee and Thomas. If he saw Edwin was out, he would have waived the fight. So the mere fact that he saw the second shot and then looked to count, like that was a mistake that was made. And bro, we make mistakes. It's not the point of making an excuse. I can acknowledge that Rayo landed a beautiful shot to put Edwin down, but he didn't knock him out. You can argue that the second shot, which was clearly a foul, and that's my argument, there was a foul. And I need you guys who make the rules to acknowledge that a foul did happen and take accountability that nothing happened after we all saw that there was a foul. I don't give a damn if if he if he knocked Edwin down and then when Edwin was on one knee, he tapped him on the top of the head with his glove. That's still hitting him or coming in contact with him after he's down, which is a foul. There has to be something that happens after that. And the mere fact that they're trying to overlook that or bury it, I guess it's just less paperwork. If it's like, oh, well, no, the fight's over, it's a knockout. No, I'm going to make a formal complaint to the Nevada Athletic Commission. And whatever happens from there happens, man. Do I expect it to be turned to a no contest? But I honestly don't know. I just know I have to do something to go to bat for my client.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, what does that look like? So the next step is submitting a formal complaint, and what are their procedures when it comes to that, or has anybody,
Man,
explained?
it's gonna be a slow. I read it on the on their website last night. It's gonna be a slow process. There's not gonna be anything that's gonna be handled this week or whatever. I think there's like a 30-day period to where they investigate it and go over things, and then there's like 120 days as far as a hearing and stuff like that, if it even gets that far. Do I don't know what to expect at this point. I just know that based off of what I saw and what the world saw, bro, I know boxing. These people have been in the business in the state commission probably longer than I've been alive. They know what a foul is, and I need them to acknowledge that there was a mistake made on that night. Rayo landed a beautiful shot that put him down, but he was not out. He dropped down to one knee, and then his glove hit the canvas to brace him itself essentially, and then he was hit with an illegal shot, which was a foul. Let's acknowledge that. Jeff even saying that, oh, well, it had nothing to do with the outcome of the fight. It's a foul. And you, as the executive director, should know that based off of the rules. That's all I'm saying. I'm not making an excuse about anything. And if Edwin gets the chance to get up, and I'm seeing people complain, oh, Edwin did it the first fight. Okay, cool. Edwin hit him with a shot after he was knocked through the ropes, the first fight. And you know what happened after that? Edwin was deducted a point and Rayo was given time. And then the fight continued from there. The fight didn't end when he was knocked through the ropes and Edwin hit him again. That would have been comparing the same thing. Like this is not the same thing. It's similar, but it's not the same thing. Our fight, our guy was not given a chance to recover. He was not given a chance to recover. He was just counted out with a blatant foul, and there's no ramifications for the foul.
Which is the one that knocked him over, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So again, don't know what to expect, man. It's just I know I got to go to bat for my guy. He was devastated after the fight, which rightfully so. But I got to go to bat for my guy. Again, it's taking nothing away from Thomas, taking nothing away from Jeff. I'm pretty sure I know Thomas is a great referee, and I'm pretty sure Jeff is a great executive director. However, like we say, you got to call a spade a spade. A foul is a foul, and that was a foul. Acknowledge it. If you want to turn to a no contest, I will be thrilled with that. But acknowledgement that was a mistake that happened, and an apology to Edwin. I mean, that's the start. But where are we going as a sport, man? If something happens blatantly right in front of you, that's a foul that dictates the outcome of a fight, but it's swept under the rug. I know we've seen stranger things before in the sport, but like, come on, man. Like, where are we going?
Yeah, we gotta call them out when they make those mistakes, and and do that. I guess where does Edwin go from here?
Honestly, man, after something like that, especially taking a hard shot before and then after, and he's tough, man, former world champion, you know what I'm saying? And he was game for this fight. I do eventually want to see a rubber match. I know Zuffa does things differently. When we took this fight, there was no understanding of, okay, they're essentially 0-0 against each other in Zuffa terms. Now, as far as them fighting, yeah, you're pushing the rematch, but now it's 1-1. So, what I would love to happen is, Edwin takes some time off, but then we bring him back. Edwin needs to get a good win, and hopefully it's one that can get some rounds up under his belt. But we eventually need to do this again, and with both of them being signed with Zuffa, there will be a third fight that happens. I'm not looking for that to happen like right now. Like, oh yeah, we need to make this a no contest and do it all over again. If it comes to that, then great, so be it. But I'm realistic when it comes to how shit goes in this industry, and Ryan's gonna be looking to go into bigger and better things. But I'm open to have that conversation with Ish and Harrison and Ryan and Charles and Evan and those guys to see what's next. But they, Evan Korn told me after the fight, he's like, bro, like we'll make sure we bring him back. And so I appreciate how Zuffa handled things as far as making sure everyone was good after the fight and getting them checked up on and stuff like that. But I just still got a bone to pick with the Nevada State Commission.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, listen, while I still have you here, lastly, what do you have coming up in the second half of the year for Fighters First Management or anything that you have working that you got going on?
Well, Dominique Francis, who's also with Zuffa, he'll be fighting in New York on their July 25th card. And then even though he's not with Fighters First, but my brother Errol Spence Jr., who been helping out for a while now, he fights in Australia, I think the 25th or the 26th, one of those days. Hopefully Jesse Fletcher Jr. fights August the 1st. There's a new signing, 11-0, 11 knockouts. I'm excited to see what he can do. Joseph Alamaji will probably be back also on that same date. Still trying to get Justin Pardo in the mix. Justin is due something big, man. He's 20-2. He's went on a nice little win streak after, the loss to Meduno. And, he's waiting for something big. And, it's on Gary Jonas and Daniel to get him something big. And I think that's right around the corner, just the point of it all making sense. And then, of course, Brian Norman Jr. will be back September, it looks like. And then our new guy, Frank Martin, will probably be back around that same time. We got some big news coming for Frank soon. So we're moving.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Adrian, I appreciate your time. Wish you the best with everything that you got going on. And hopefully the Nevada State Commission doesn't wait till 2027 to get back to you.
We'll probably wait till 2028 to hit me up.
All right, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show.